Hey trappers, Dale Billingsley Brand Lures. So guys, I got for you now today is how to take the slop out of these Bridger conibear triggers. It's nothing to it. It's an easy fix. I hear everybody complaining about the Bridger conibears and how there's so much swing in the triggers. Guys, I got a simple, easy fix for you. You're not going to believe it. So let me flip things around here and I'll show you what I did. All right, guys. So here it is in the set position. This is one that I fixed. There's absolutely no, just a little bit of slop and play in that trigger now. Nothing like it was. I mean, it had a lot of swing. And all I did was took my pair of slip joint pliers and I pinched it right there on all sides and just pinched that down, and it brought it right where it should be. So anyway, that's all there is to fixing that. Okay, so what the problem with these triggers is, guys, is this notch is way too deep and the trigger hangs down too far. Okay, so that's why you're getting all that slop before the trigger hits the dog. And like I said, all you have to do is take a pair of just regular slip joint pliers and you pinch right here. And I wouldn't go heavy. I mean, I wouldn't put too much on them. But what that does is that narrows up this notch. It narrows it up to where it's setting more up closer to the bar, to the kill bar. And it takes that slop out of that swing, that big wide swing out of that trigger. That's all there is to it. Hey trappers, Dale Billingsley here, Billingsley Brand Lures. Guys, I've had a few questions that I thought I would address today, and I thought this would just be a good way and a good place to do it. That way, everybody gets the information if you're looking for it. So, first question is about painting traps. Guys have been asking me about coyote traps. I'm telling you right now, guys, I've painted traps in all my traps for the last 20, 25 years, at least 25 years anyway. Um, I've never had any refusals. I've never had any dig outs because of the paint, to my knowledge anyway. Uh, as long as you use a fast drying type of thinner, something like mineral spirits, acetone's pretty fast on the right kind of day, naphtha, something of that sort. A couple hours, those traps are dry and odor free. Catch a good day like we have outside here today. It's about 60, 65 degrees. Humidity's low, sun shining bright, especially if you can catch a day like that with a little bit of a breeze. A couple hours, those traps are dry and odor free. You don't have to worry about them. So that I hope that puts your mind at ease as far as that goes. You can paint those canine traps. You're not going to have any problem. In fact, in my opinion, you're going to have less problem because you're not going to have a contamination, if you get a contamination, holding onto that trap because of the wax. That wax will actually eat that odor and it will hang right to it. So when you get a contamination with a wax trap, you've got to take that trap back home, reboil it, re-dye it, re-wax it. Where my traps get contaminated, all I got to do is find the nearest water source, scrub it off good, and I'm back in business again. So there's a lot of advantages to painting. And yes, I'll admit I do miss the odor and the aroma and everything of boiling, just being out there boiling and dyeing and waxing. Yes, I do miss that. But on the other hand of it, I don't miss all the paint and all the work that comes along with it. So it's just a lot easier, a lot handier for me to just paint my traps and I'm done. Uh, Another question that I had, I gotta move this thing, guys. Sorry. Another question I had was about primeness of fur. What primes fur? Okay, so the old timers used to tell you that it was the weather. Well, now we know better than that. It's more of daylight hours and diet. Okay, daylight hours and diet have more to do with it than the weather does, and it's actually daylight hours that come through the retina of the eye. It's called photoperiodism. So even on cloudy days in mid late October, those animals are starting to prime. That's what signals them to start putting on fur. Um, so yeah, there you go with that. It's just how it is. It's just photoperiodism, daylight hours that actually come through the retina of the eye. Another question I had was difference between northern fur and southern fur as far as thickness of leather and the heaviness of the fur. And yes, there is a difference. Uh, what I've noticed, like our beaver up here, let's just take beaver for example. I know a lot of guys are going to be out chasing beaver this year because the market's up. Um, Northern beaver, at least in my area here in Iowa, in southeast Iowa, my beaver will average scrape, stretched, and dried. If you throw 100 of them on a scale, they're going to be somewhere between a pound and a quarter and a pound and a half. Okay, scrape, stretch, and dried. If you take 100 southern beaver and scrape, stretch them, and dry them and throw them on the scale, they're going to average pretty dang close to 2 pounds. I mean, within a fraction of it. Okay, because my beaver are heavier furred and lighter leathered, where your beaver down there are a heavier leather and a lighter fur. Now that is going to make a bit of a difference in this hatter market because yes, your beaver are going to weigh more, but those buyers know that it's all leather. It's not so much fur. So they're going to adjust the price for that. So just be aware of it. Um, Guys, that's probably about all I got for you today, really. I appreciate everything you've done for this channel. I appreciate everything y'all have done for me. Uh, oh, I want to give out a special thanks to uh, Mr. Blocker down in Oklahoma City. Sent me a little gift yesterday, and I sure do appreciate it. Thank you very much. You didn't have to do that, but I do appreciate it. Uh, if you found this information useful, guys, if you would please just hit that thumbs up for me. Once again, this is Dale Billingsley with another one. Signing out.